And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? You met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Rector Arnold. Okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God! And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How do you do it?
you
Teach
can
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes, but
Wait, hold up.
you got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
it, when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are all doing well out there. Man, it's Thursday night. You know how it is. We got to have some fun tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got something very special going on. We have a special somebody in the house today. We got a lot of stuff to talk about because there was a video that came out like about a week ago. You know what I'm saying? Was fairly popular. Let's just say went viral. Okay, for lack of a better term, it went mother-loving viral all over Worldstar Hip Hop, and it went all over the place so much that it caught my attention. I had to do a reaction video to it. Now, I did this video, which I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit, and the person that we have on was, let's just say, impressed. No big deal. No big deal. She was impressed by what I said in my video, and she agreed to be on the show today. So I have to say, please welcome my sister, Taylor Moore, in the house. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hi guys, how are you? I'm doing lovely. How are you?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Of course, before we show this video, because there's a lot going on and there's a lot to talk about when it comes to this video. I'm very, very excited about having you on. Real talk. I really do appreciate you coming on because there's so much to talk about when it comes to the dating landscape, the difference between men and women and what modern dating is and what traditional dating used to be, traditional men, modern men, traditional women, and modern women as well, and how if you mix that all up, it can get very, very confusing and and can create a whole lot of content like videos that you've been creating as well. And so real quick, I wanted everybody to know her TikTok is Tay Baby, right? And also that is her YouTube channel as well, if I'm correct. Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct.
Okay. So before we get started, what got you into making these kind of videos in the first place?
Okay, so I first got on TikTok maybe during quarantine time, and I would just scroll through a lot of videos, and I would just always see a lot of black women downplaying black men, or just seeing a lot of women say, I hate all men. And then I don't know if you know that trend that went around, I hate all men, and it just kept going and going and going. And I was like, dang, all these girls have boyfriends, brothers, and fathers, but I never see any women make videos about men. And I have brothers and I have a dad, so I was like, oh, I don't really want to make videos talking like that, but I wanted to talk from the heart and be, I don't know, just different.
Right, and here it is. There is nothing wrong with you being different with this at all. I mean, it is. I would say. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't other women that do believe or feel the way you feel, but it is not out there in the forefront like it is with on the other side. There's a lot of men out here that speak on behalf of the red pill, the manosphere, etc. We got our Kevin Samuels and etc. that are out here talking about relationships and everything. But but you don't really hear women speak on that side. Speak on behalf of men out here that are just trying to be who they are. traditionally,
Yeah.
let's just say on the traditional sense. So, you know, that this voice is definitely different. You know what I mean? And so I do appreciate you coming in and chopping it up with me. And of course, you know, just speaking on behalf, because, man, us brothers need some love too, dagnabbit. Like, seriously, it's hard out here for a pimp. It's really hard out here. You know what I'm saying? It's cold and lonely. It's terrible. But, you know, real quick, before we go into more of this conversation, we definitely have got to talk about what is going on. We got to show you guys this video. I did the pop-up video about this particular thing, but I think you guys need to hear it from her and a quick recap of what this video is really all about. Let's take a look at it real quick. All right, here it is.
And she's like, oh my gosh, me and my friends went out and nobody was like trying to get at us. Nobody showed interest, nobody anything. And a guy duetted it or stitched it, and he actually said, well, look what you women have done. Like, this is what you wanted, correct? So I want to piggyback off of that. Ladies, y'all, not all of y'all, but you guys wanted this whole, oh, leave us alone. You guys are perverts. You guys are weirdos. Like, we hate men thing. You guys are on this fucking bandwagon to, like, you hate men. What is the fucking goal of this? What is the point of this? Because you know what you guys are doing? You're ruining it for the women who do want to be approached. You're ruining it for the women who are shy and do want that guy to come up to them. Does that make sense? And you also are ruining it for the guys who are great guys, have great intentions. Maybe they're just nervous when they come up to you, so they're shy and like anxious, and you take that as them being a pervert or a weirdo. Where does this lead up to?
Now, the thing is of course, that is just a snippet of the full video. It's a full-on 1 minute and 46 seconds of her just dropping knowledge, dropping bombs, real talk. And actually speaking on behalf of just like how it is hard out here for us guys and how hard it is for just the dating platform in general. It's tough out here. And a lot of things can get very, very screwed up. So I want to ask you, Taylor, I want to ask you, what inspired you to begin with? What inspired you to make this video? Because it seems a little heated. So something's up. What happened? Speak on it.
So honestly, I think it was last year I got myself into therapy and stuff, and I did a lot of self-reflecting. And I mean, man, I really feel like I've done a lot of stuff in my past that wasn't great to men, if that makes sense. So now I'm like on a journey to do better. And if I'm learning things, you know, I want to help other women learn things about men and to treat them better and to have a different perspective, I guess. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like a lot of men need love just as much as we do.
Oh, we definitely do deserve a lot of loves. Like I said, it's so, I mean, you know, I know that it inspired, something inspired you, sparked a fire under you to do this and all that. I mean, you said you've been, you know, seeking therapy, speaking to somebody and all that. What was it? What was the relationships? What were your relationships like before the therapy? And why did you suddenly feel that you needed the therapy?
Ooh, well, I'll be honest with you. I was in a relationship a while ago with somebody else before the therapy session, and I never felt like, I don't know how to explain it, heard or loved or things like that. But then I got with a black man who made me realize my worth, made me realize a lot of things. And I don't know if you've ever been with somebody who's just as passionate as you are. He pushes me to be a better person. He pushes me to be better, if that makes sense. I just didn't even know how to explain it. It's such a good feeling. But ever since that experience and getting with this new man, and this is my first relationship with like a, I don't know, black man. So I've been with black men, but not in a relationship. So I'll say it was a different perspective, and just hearing his side of everything and how his life has been, it's the same as mine. But I don't know. It just changed my life a lot.
Interesting.
A lot.
Interesting.
Yes.
So you got into this relationship. He showed you what your worth was and what his worth was. You were in a healthy relationship. And that made you realize, oh man, maybe all the things that I'm saying or all the things that I've been thinking in my mind have been wrong all along.
Yep.
And so when you were speaking to this therapist, what did the therapist like? You know, what did the therapist like shake within you? What did that awaken? You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, I will just say this. From me having a lot of family trauma, and like I was raised into like a really, I don't know, bad family, coming into a relationship with a man who has a healthy family, things like that, you can understand how there's different perspectives sometimes. So my process of healing and learning was telling her things that I have done in this relationship, like self-sabotage, not be the best person that I've been. And she would tell me like, Taylor, sometimes this is you. It's all in your head. And I started realizing, dang, I wonder if there has to be a million other women who think, oh, it's the man's fault. It's always the man's fault. When all reality, it's you twisting things up in your head and projecting your own stuff on them. That makes sense. I hope I explained that correct.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah, no. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. So then let me ask you this, because obviously, you saw, because if I'm correct, this is the only interview you've had from this video that's gone viral. So why? I'm not trying to stroke my own ego, but what inspired you to say to be cool with sitting down and having a conversation with me on this conversation, if you mind me asking?
Okay, perfect. So my friend had contacted me and let me know, hey, girl, you hit Worldstar and you're all over people's YouTube. So I went through all the videos and was watching them. And I was like, what the heck? All these people changed the narrative, added stuff to it, threw in some party mix. I was like, what? I watched your video, the entire thing. And I said, all right, this guy has a good head on his shoulders. He thinks like me. And the way you were talking about things just made me very intrigued. I watched the whole thing and I loved it. So I commented on it. Wow. So yeah, you have a different perspective, which I admire. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you first off for saying that. I really do appreciate that. Honestly, I'm going to tell you a secret, and it's not really a secret because we got people watching as well.
Yeah.
But between all of us, I was really nervous for putting that out. I was really, really nervous about putting that out because,
why?
Because it's not something that I usually do on this channel. Usually I'm doing things that are like, hugely controversial conversations, things like police brutality, so on and so forth, things that are going on in the world that are outside of the dating platform and everything. So I was really nervous about putting out that video. But when I put out that video, I saw that there was a instant, like a good reaction to it.
Yes.
And also, the thing is like, because I know how people are, how people can be when it comes to talking about the things between men and women. And some people can get very offended on maybe your thoughts on how things, on how you think a relationship, goes. Some people are a little bit more traditional than others, and some are a little bit more liberal, I guess, when it comes to it. You know what I'm saying? To relationships. So it is very. It was a very. It was a first time type of thing, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But I'm very, very happy that, like yourself, you saw it, right? You saw it and you're like,
me too.
This is good.
This is it.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he's not talking out his ass. I was just speaking on my own personal experiences, and I heard what you were saying, and I was like, finally, we have a woman that's actually saying this, right? We finally have a woman that's actually saying this, and we need this perspective too. You see what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, we do need the other side of the fence as well. But it's nice to have that perspective on, kind of being on the guy's side, because us men kind of get screwed over a lot. We are.
Oh, I know.
We are always the bad guy, which is really unfair and really unfortunate when it comes to relationships and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree.
And of course, we're gonna be talking more about certain things, like one of the main topics on here is why have men given up on modern women, and of course we're gonna be talking about that here very, very soon. But when it comes to men approaching, because you only had a minute and 45 seconds in there, right? There's a lot I'm sure you could have said.
I wanted to say so much more,
exactly.
But I couldn't.
Exactly. So that's why I wanted to say, hey, that's why I wanted to say, like, and talk with you about this particular thing, because you had only a minute and 46 seconds. I'm sure there's a lot more that you wanted to say. So come on, come on with it. Because I know that you said, hey, this is the reason why men are not approaching women anymore. Here's the reason, right? But at the same time, I feel like there was more that you wanted to say. So why are men not approaching women anymore? The extended version. Taylor.
My personal experience, I just want to say this first before I start, because
Sure.
when I was reading a lot of the comments, people think that I'm like not a woman and don't understand like the dangers and things like that. I know that there's some men out there that aren't always good, but I like to speak on positive things and good stuff. So before I even go, I just feel like a lot of women nowadays are very different. Again, I can tie this back to being raised by a grandmother. That's why my perspective is a lot different from a lot of women nowadays. But I feel like women don't take accountability. I feel like a lot of them don't have that like drive or motivation anymore. And from what I see on TikTok and even women in real life, like the sense of wanting to actually love a man, respect a man, and cater to a man has changed. Like everybody's on this independent thing. I don't need a man. I don't this, I don't that. We all want to be bad biddies. And I don't think that women really realize what that does in the end. Because you're going to have that bad girl mentality forever. And by the time you're 30, 40, you're going to want to settle down sooner or later, but you're going to have shut down all those good guys for what? So there's so much stuff I could say about this. And I feel like a lot of women have took the independent thing and we don't need men and ran with it. I feel like they exaggerated a bit because I feel like you can still need a man and still be independent. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
No. I totally agree. I think that you can still be in a traditional relationship and still feel that you are an independent woman, like or in a relationship where you feel like you can still, spread your wings and fly. I don't think that automatically, just because you are with a man and you are doing, let's just say the this is why I get nervous, because as soon as I say these things, I don't want to offend any women out here at all, because I love my women and I love my family that tunes into the show. But I feel like as soon as that they feel that they are doing the domestic job, right, or the domestic duties of what it is in that realm, let's just say that, they get worried. They get scared and they run the other way. They go, oh, God forbid I cook or I do anything that has to do with cleaning, because I have my own. I'm an independent woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like that. And it's kind of like, well, wait a second. You can still be independent and still do these specific duties. And also, let me just say this too, before everybody starts tripping, because I know people will. But here's the thing. A man can still be the traditional man of the family, man of the house, and he can still cook and clean too, baby.
Yeah, that's true.
See what I'm saying? But it automatically goes in their brain of, oh, snap. It's, especially with women nowadays, especially with modern women these days, it's, oh God, if I have to cook one dish, I'm domesticated. Oh my God, I'm not independent anymore. And it's like, that's not fair.
Yes.
So what, are we going to be eating Chick-fil-A for the rest of our lives? Like what?
Yes.
How is this going to work?
Say.
You know what I'm saying?
I just trip out because I feel like if you're a woman, for me, I'm already cooking and cleaning and stuff myself, especially since I go to the gym, I meal prep. So I feel like me making food for one other person doesn't hurt me. And my biggest thing that I try to explain to women, which I think they don't comprehend what I'm saying and run with it. If I was to leave a relationship right now, I can at least say I cooked, I cleaned, I put it down for him. I did everything I said I was going to do. And I left that relationship. I can say I gave my all. The women who don't want to do things like that, little light things, how are you leaving the relationship satisfied knowing you even tried? Like that was just half-assed to me. So I can't take anything back on saying stuff like that, but I'd rather give my all. It didn't work out. I know it didn't work out, but to me, cooking and cleaning is the basics. That's not all that there is to love. That's not all there is to a relationship. And I didn't even elaborate that men can clean too. Men can contribute too. There could be a day where your man says, hey, you know what? Baby, why don't you take the day off? I'll cook and clean for you. My man does that for me. So I feel like girls don't hear that part because I'm only dedicating my videos to men,
Yeah, I mean, I find it very interesting too that, because here it is. Like, I understand that, there's a lot of guys out there that would refuse to the idea of even picking up their own clothes, refuse the idea of washing a dish. Like, but at the same time, it's like you can still have those modern values or still be a modern man, right? And do laundry every once in a while. It doesn't. That doesn't make you more female or whatever constitutes what a female. Exactly. It shouldn't be that way. But but because we have grown up and we've had these things instilled into our brains, and now the new approach to the world because of the shows that we watch, because of the Instagram things that we see every single day, the highlight reels that we see every single day. They're getting poured into each and every single one of us. It's not just women on one side. It's both sides of the fence that are seeing all this stuff pouring into our brains. And we're going, well, like literally, it's almost like there's a split screen. There's a girl, like you on the girl, and I'm dude. And we're both saying at the same time, damn, but we're saying two different things. We're like, damn. Yes. You know, she's like, that's why I don't deal with it. I'm an independent woman. And the guy on the other side is like, damn, I'm never going to find a good woman. And it's like, well, shoot. All of a sudden, it splits. The road splits instantly because they're seeing these things. They're watching these things on TV, being like, oh, you know, I'm a businesswoman. I got my own thing, da, 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 da. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with that. By all means, have your own. But at the same time, there's a time to be a woman and there's a time to be a man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree.
It's like that
completely.
Prince song, you know what I mean? Where a woman can be a woman and a man be a man. You know what I mean? Like, come on now.
Yeah.
But we get so scared of actually truly being that. You know what I'm saying? And then God forbid, a dude says, and I don't think guys even do this anymore, but if a dude asked a girl to make them a sandwich, it suddenly is the most worst thing in the world. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like
I can't relate. I feel like that's so rude because it's a sandwich.
Because he would do the same thing for you. He would do the same thing for you, though. Yeah. I don't get it. So when it comes to, you know, this world, you know, so when it comes to this world that we live in now, you know, and how men are and how women are, what do you think? What do you think can be done to? How can we circle back? You know what I mean? How can men and women circle back so we can kind of start loving each other again instead of what can you do for me? What you got? Open your wallet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. To me, I have so many different perspectives on this, but one of the things that I feel like we need to do is stop talking to each other and arguing, and we have to listen to learn to comprehend each other. Like, I feel like we talk over each other. Men don't hear women out. Women don't hear men out. We have to not invalidate each other's feelings. And I feel like a lot of the times women don't listen to men. Like, the reason why I made one post a while back ago, and it made me realize this. I think that all men don't get love or just want compliments. That went viral, and I started realizing, dang, men just want compliments, love, and catering, and women all in the comments were like, no, they don't, and I'm like, there's literally men telling you here. So I feel like us as women, we don't listen. I can say that for myself because I've done it, but in the past, I feel like we don't listen to our men. And then sometimes men, maybe they could just be a little bit more compassionate to women, or whoever you're getting with, listen to your partner. But just be open-minded, respect. Everybody has different opinions. We don't have to push our opinions on each other, but we should listen to each other. Feel like there's a lot more to learn and love about each other instead of judging one another.
What? I'm totally kidding. No, but I'm with you 100%. But when you say like men need to be more compassionate towards women, what do you mean by that exactly?
Okay, so not all men, but I do feel like men struggle to, because I hear a lot of videos and I watch a lot of videos of men saying that we do have it easy. I'm going to say that. Women have it way differently than men. So I'll say that, but I feel like that stops men from thinking that we don't deserve certain things sometimes. I don't know how to explain that. Does that make sense? Maybe it's the videos I'm watching, but there's a lot of videos lately, especially certain podcasts that say women are catered to because of society, money, things like that, things we can have easy. But I feel like a woman would be more submissive to a man, or, you know, how I am with my dude, if a man was able to do that for her, make her feel submissive, make her feel more love, be more compassionate. Does that make sense? And not be so tough. Because I feel like men give us the realistic and hard version of things, even though we're sensitive and they don't understand that. Does that make sense? Like, you can't talk to us the way you talk to your boys. Like, we are women, you got to be a little bit more sweeter. Women listen to men who are sweet and compassionate with them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I do think that there is a need for more compassion or at least a little bit more understanding. But I do feel like a lot of fellas out here are getting fed up. You know, there's that fed up feeling of like, yo, I can't even do anything right. And instantly, you know, it is that feeling of, you know, the other thing is society, let's just be real, society instantly leans towards who? The woman. Doesn't matter. instantly
believe
towards
that.
the woman.
I
So
agree.
there's a lot of dudes with their, you know, with that chip on their shoulder because they're sitting there going, well, damn, you know, like I didn't even do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And suddenly I'm the bad guy. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's something that happens all the time, you know, to us men, right? And I think that's one of the reasons why we are in that world of guys just kind of throwing in the towel or throwing up their hands and just walking away like I can't even do nothing right in this situation. You know what I mean? And that's what I feel is frustrating on the fella side. You know what I mean? I understand that women need to be heard, but I feel but I do truly feel that women are being heard more than ever now. You know?
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's why now I make my videos because I feel like women don't listen to other men videos because it's like, here's another guy just talking. So I said, maybe I'm going to do this and then they'll hear it from a woman's perspective and see why I come off this way. Because I feel like men need love and want love. They just can't ask for it. This world and this society has taught them to be, you know, a man and be all strong and all that. You guys are going to get on here and be like, hey, we need love. We need more of this. So I'm going to do it for you guys. That's the whole point of my stuff, trying to help y'all.
Right. Yeah. And you know, and we appreciate you saying what you need to say. And real quick, Red Sings the Blues says, Miss Tay, we definitely do need to talk. I don't usually read those kind of things on this show because I don't go to other people's chats and do this, but I'll do this for you this one time, Red. So you definitely need to apparently hit him up because he would love to rap with you as well. Okay. I don't go to other people's chats at all and say stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So, Red, go email her or something like that and set that whole thing up. But anyway, that's the solid for you, Red. Anyway, it's Red Sings the Blues, just so you know.
Red Sings the Blues. Okay,
yes,
thank
and
you.
of course, please be sure to go and follow her on her YouTube channel. Go hit that subscribe button. That would be really appreciated.
Thank you.
It's Tay because I tried to tag you in it here on the title and it's not showing up. But if you just type in it's Tay Baby, one word, you'll find her YouTube channel. It is right there in all of its glory. Okay, so be sure to go and do that as well. Okay, so yeah. Now, of course, you've had a bunch of other videos that you've been putting out and all that. And one of the main things that I want to ask is because I just want to hear your opinion on this is why do you think men have given up on modern women?
Oof, I hope this doesn't come off wrong and I don't offend anybody.
No.
But from personal experience, I feel like love kind of not has died, but I think a lot of women lost that. How do you explain it? I feel like women don't really want love sometimes. Does that make sense? I feel like women don't cater to men. I don't know. That's such a hard thing to like try to explain. Yeah, like so I don't want to step on too many toes and like everything I say, I feel like I get criticized and ridiculed for everything I say. Yeah, they'd be hanging me. But
you're not gonna get criticized. You ain't gonna get criticized. Like I'm just saying, why? Why do you think men have given up on modern women?
Because I feel like women don't value men. And I really truly believe this to the heart sometimes. I really feel like they do not value men as much. And I feel like they don't want to cater to them. They don't feel that men need love for whatever reason. I feel like they don't want to learn their men. So men at this point, I feel like they can see that now. And they can see that women aren't taking things serious. So why would you invest your time if you aren't going to be serious with somebody? Does that make sense? Or if they're not serious with you? And a lot of women nowadays, I don't know. I haven't really seen too many women that have that, like, I want to cook, clean, cater to a man, take care of him, or love him for him, pray with him. I don't know, things like that. So I feel like guys have given up because all the stuff they see. Social media has a big part of this too. That's all they see in social media is like independent this, sugar daddy this, OnlyFans this. What man is going to want to be with a girl who's, I'm sorry, but I have to say it. No man wants to be with the girls with everybody. Yep. I'm going to get whatever.
If your body count is huge, if you got a long body count.
I'm sorry. And you're only
no man
20
wants
or
that.
something.
No man wants that. No man wants a no man is wanting to do that because at the end of the day, you are literally, what's the word? You are sleeping with all those dudes, basically. That dude has to be like, okay, I'm sharing this woman with the 50 some odd bodies that she just laid in
Dang,
her
that's a
past.
lot.
But let's just say, I mean, shoot, we
Yeah.
live in a very modern time now, you know, and there's, you know, there's Tinder, there's easier access to get what you need. It's a lot easier to do what you need to do out here. So yeah, you know, the body count can just be rising. Like, I'm serious.
Yeah,
it just keeps rising. And the thing is, you're going, what? You know, because I remember back in the day, they would say times it by 2. So if you ever asked a girl their body count and they give you a number, people, they'll say something like times it by 2. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean?
It's like times 2.
Times 2, and you're like, that's the real number. And I feel like that is something that I think that's something like that you can still, like, nowadays girls don't really do that. They'll just sit there and say it like it's, you know, with pride. But like I said, it's a different time. You know, you got the OnlyFans, you got the sugar babies, and the sugar daddies that have no problem throwing that kind of money out at these women, and because they look good in the photo, and that's sad, but that's real. That is real, and it's, I feel, something that needs to be.
Yeah.
I wish some of these things would slow down. You know, like, oh, by the way, this is a nice little added information. OnlyFans is going mainstream, so they're not going to be doing any more adult content anytime. Like within a year, OnlyFans will not be doing the stuff that they've been doing with the paid sites of the girls being able to do this, that, and the third. They will not be doing that anymore. But at the same time, it does show, you what kind of girl you are trying to hit on or trying to talk to, especially if you go to their Instagram and suddenly underneath there's a OnlyFans link. You're like, damn. And she fine too, but
yeah,
what kind of content is she doing though? Yeah, now it's that world. Now we're in that world of like, okay, she fine. Wait. She fine. She seems like a good girl. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just bikinis. And then you see the photos or you hear about the photos.
Yeah.
Or you pay the dollars and you go in there just to sneak and take a look, and you're like, is that a penis in there that's around her? And is she holding the penis? Nope, I'm good. But that's some real stuff. How can a guy get interested in someone when they have that, when they're always out with dudes that are, you know, busy being in fast cars and going on these lavish, extravagant trips with dudes, right? How is any regular guy, you know, that, let's just say, may not be, because, you know, there's that thing called high value, right? Yeah. High value men, high value women. There's a lot of high value men out there that may be high value in sheep's clothing, or you know what I'm saying? They
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? They front like they do have the value, but they don't put it out there because they're scared. They don't want to. They're tired of getting rejected, or they're tired of being used, you know, from these girls. So then when you see all these things, you hear all these stories, you see all these Instagram posts and all that, these guys get tired of it. They're just like, I'm done. And at the end of the day, a lot of us are trying to find that one. We're trying to find that real one. And we're going, hey, is this going to be the person that's going to be with me, that's going to be the mother of my children and be a successful mother? At the end of the day, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that one. But then when we see our future wife, future mother of our children running around doing this, that, and the other, always has to be seen all up in the videos, right? Next to the fast cars, you know, acting crazy, living this fast life, having an OnlyFans. Is that someone who is that wife material? Is that mother of my children material?
No.
Hell to the no.
Yeah,
hell no.
That one.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's like, how can we, men and women, because here it is, I'm not trying to knock only women on this situation. There's a lot of dudes out here that are trash and need a whole lot of work. And they're too busy being all up in the videos, acting like they're a certain way all day long. But and we can definitely throw that into the conversation too, because you got women out here that are saying that they're done with these modern men, and they say men ain't shit and all this stuff because they've been running around with all these F-boys. But there's a difference between F-boys and real men. But the thing is that every girl wants to go after the not every, but most girls want to go after the shiny object that looks shiny, but is it's a polished piece of shit. I'm just gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? They're F-boys. They're running around. They got 15 baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? You know, like the Nick Cannon situation. Let's be real. I'm not calling Nick Cannon an F-boy, but I'm saying the Nick Cannon approach. You got you got 4 babies coming out within 6 months. That's a whole lot of babies. You know what I'm saying? But we have women that are dealing with the kind of guys like that are, betting a whole bunch of women, have a whole bunch of baby mamas, whole bunch of babies, and they're relying on, or they're resting on that experience alone and saying, well, since he been this and that and the third, therefore all men are like this. And that's unfair. Because then we get thrown under the bus like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I can agree.
It's weird. I just think that's funny. Mr. T12, Mr. T, what's up, T? He just said, does anyone hear any non-black women talk about being independent, aka I don't need a man? Just curious. I don't. I hear some, and there's a lot of. I see some. I see some women, outside of black women that do have that same approach for sure, or they are only looking after and looking out for men with lots of money in their pocket. They don't waste any of their time for anyone else, except for men who are all up on the Instagram, standing next to their Ferrari or their fast cars, or they're on a yacht and they got a bunch of beautiful women behind them on, sunbathing, in the front of the yacht. Like we've been there. We've all seen these photos. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The guys who are out there that just, showboating, literally showboating what they got. And I see a lot of women out here that go, because, obviously they'll be very good looking women or something like that, that no guy that isn't making 7 figures would ever even go up and try to talk to him. So there still is that, but it's not the whole I'm independent, so on and so forth. It's kind of said, but not. Does that make sense? It's kind of like under the radar. It's like a whisper, But then, Kiki of 5 said the ones trying to be black. Yeah, there are those out there too that are like, I'm independent. Look at the shoes on my feet. I bought them. Blah blah blah. I got a job. I'm Miss Independent, and I don't need no man. There's definitely that too. They watch a few too many Real Housewives or whatever, or Loving Hip Hop of whatever, and next thing you know, they think that they, you know what I mean? They say I don't need a dusty ass dude. I want a real dude that makes 6 figures a year. So it is very interesting. Like I said, it's a very interesting situation, because there are plenty of people that would be great matches for each other, but they don't have that. There isn't that. I feel like the respect is gone. And I think that we live, and I've said this in the pop-up video, I do believe that we do live in a world where it is all about me now. It's the popcorn, it's that microwave popcorn, instant noodle world where it's like, what can you do for me? And if at face value, you ain't fitting the criteria, you ain't checking all the boxes for me, I ain't interested. But the funny thing is, a lot of dudes that look dusty out here are usually the dudes with the six. I'm just letting you know. I'm not sitting here. Please don't run around and find dusty ass dudes, because some dusty ass dudes really are dusty. But I just find it very interesting that it'll be like, you got to have all these things from head to toe physically going on before I even look at you twice.
Yeah, that's so bad. That's a bad mentality to have. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't understand this. Everybody you meet isn't going to come with the 10, 20 qualities you have. Find the person who's willing to not change their ways, but change certain things for you, or learn to do things that you like. It's not that hard. So to me, I don't really need looks, all that, but I just want love, respect, and loyalty. That's a humor. That's the only things you need to bring to the table. Other than that, whatever else I need, I can help you with. I can help you learn to communicate with me. I can help you learn to get to know me, understand me better. If that fails, then I try. But women don't understand. You can build a man. There's nothing wrong with building a man. But I feel like men will build women, but women don't want to build men. And I can't relate. I feel like that's why my mindset's a little bit different, because if men are going to do things out of their comfort zone, ladies, you got to do the same thing. That's really messed up. So that's why I'm on this big old train right now of like, ladies, we got to do more for men, because I hear a lot of men saying this, that they do more in the relationship than women do. And when I look back at it, I'm like, oh, I can't argue with that. I feel like that's really true.
Word. Okay, it's funny because you just said men want to build women, right? And men don't want to wait, sorry. You said men build women and women don't want to build men.
Yes, I feel like women wouldn't do that. They wouldn't build a man from a ground up.
Oh, hell.
Like a man would?
Absolutely. They love to be able to fix them, though. Women like to fix them. You know what I mean? Like that stand-up, Martin, You So Crazy. He's like, oh, he looks good. He's wearing white socks with dress shoes on, but I can fix that. It's those little tiny things. You know what I mean? It's the little things that can be fixed. But as far as building, it's rare to see a woman and a man, like a couple. I mean, they do exist, but it's very rare when you see a man and a woman get together and then they just build and they become that quote unquote power couple.
Yep.
A lot of times the dude is already powerful, and the woman might already have something good for herself as well, or it might be vice versa. He might have a good business, but then she has something that's soaring, doing very, very well, and then they get together and everything explodes, right? But never have I seen something where, except for a few rare relationships, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some, like I said, there's some traditional old school love out here. I do believe it does exist. Traditional love. It does exist. It's still out there, y'all. I promise you, it's really out there. You just got to look for it. But at the same time, I do believe that there are couples out there. It's few and far between, but where the woman sees the dude, like I said in the pop-up video, and it's even in the song, Kanye West song, you got the guy in McDonald's, washing the dishes. Next thing you know, 5 years later, he's the one running 10 of them mugs, owning 10 of those, But girls, I see that a lot of women, like I said, because of the world we live in, because we live in that instant noodle reality and world that we live in now, we only want to see, or they only want to walk into the lavish lifestyle. They don't want to see the come up.
Exactly.
They're not willing to sacrifice for the come up. Like when was the last time, and I say this out to all the fellas out here too, and the women out here, because I know some of the people that are watching right now, listening and all that, we got some real ones out here, real talk. And the Pascal Show fam, they are real ones. But when was the last time your significant other turned to you and said, man, money's going to be tight this month, right? Or, babe, I just lost my job. And you said, it's okay. We're just going to cut a few corners. It's all good. We might have to tighten our belts a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But we going to be all right. Just saying. When was the last time? You know what I'm saying? When was the last time? Now, I can say that I've had that conversation before in my life, and how dope. I've had different sides of the spectrum. I've actually had two different reactions, One being like, babe, it's all good. We got this. We got this. You know what I'm saying? Or the other one being like, you ain't shit. Bye. Literally. It is the whole, what have you done for me lately? And it's like, wait a second. I thought we were in a relationship. And money comes and goes. It's energy. That energy comes, you use it, and it goes. Sometimes you have an abundance amount of energy. And sometimes it's depleted. It just is what it is. It's just life, you know? But as soon as you don't have that, then suddenly that girl, and there's dudes out here that will do that too. Come on now. There's a lot of dudes that are, you know, trying to live off of you, because there's a lot of high value or very successful women out here that have their, you know, their pieces that are just living in their crib, you know, enjoying the spread and the spoils of of the fruits of her labors. But a lot of times you sit there and go, oh, I was interested, but now suddenly you don't have money anymore because the money is tight and we can't go and do all those wonderful things we were doing before. Now I'm not interested anymore. Like, thanks. I agree. I just think it's very interesting. Like, but this is the world that modern men are dealing with when it comes to talking to a girl and all that. It is because it is vulnerable. One thing, we got our rep. Men have everything resides on their rep and their monies, right? And when one of them goes down, they feel like their rep is going down. As soon as the money goes down, man, they feel like their rep is gone. And the person that they're and the person that they're with, you kind of are going, okay, I'm hoping that person is going to understand. But because we live in this world now where it's me, what you got for me, it's hard to turn to somebody and say, things are a little tough right now. There's no understanding.
Can I piggyback off of that?
Please,
That's what my main thing. That's my main concern with the relationships nowadays. And I think people don't understand that. Maybe they've never struggled or something, but when you're with somebody, you become one. So if they're down, you're down. So I'm a firm believer. I have a traditional mindset, but I also want to work and still cook and cater to somebody, if that makes sense. But my biggest thing with that is if my partner was to die or get sick or something was going to happen with him or he hurt his leg and he couldn't work, I have money to support that. But I feel like a lot of women in this generation want to be completely taken care of. Do they understand what that means? If you're completely taken care of, you have no control over what happens, if that makes sense. You have no money, no nothing. That is good for some women, but in my case, I feel like I wouldn't want that. Because if my man ever needs help or we want to go half on things or I never want him to feel used either, you know? That mentality of me, I feel like hinders a lot of people. I don't think that's a relationship. I don't think that's truly love. Because what if he doesn't have money that day? Okay, I'll buy us food for the week. I'm cool with that. That's love. That's you got my back, I got your back. This generation does not have that anymore. And that's not love. That's not unconditional love anymore.
Right. I mean,
it's just you're using someone.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if that is, I think it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that there are a lot of women out here that are willing to be, well, the women that we are talking about, let's just say that.
Yes.
The women that we are talking about are cool with that idea. You know what I'm saying? Like that are going to go and say, okay, cool, bet. I got you. No worries. No big deal. As soon as that happens, I feel like a lot of people go, meh. You know what I mean? The women that we are talking about go, I got to do what?
I don't know why they act like it's such a big task.
Yeah. But I don't either. I don't either, man. I don't either. It's just a weird situation where like it is a thing of women just want to be taken care of. Or not all women, but the women that we are talking about want to be taken care of. And that's it, you know, and there's no, let's just say there's no leeway. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah. So, you know, that's kind of why I was trying to, you know, like bring you on and talk to you about this and everything, especially when it comes to like, there's the stories of like, there's one particular video that's going viral right now about Blue Jasmine. She did this video about when I broke up with this guy, my ex was still paying for my bills. Have you seen this?
I think I've seen that.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that whole thing? What are your thoughts on that whole situation?
That's a no for me. That's a no. I don't know. I feel like when you're done with somebody, your exes should be in your past. That's just, I could never. I don't want to speak too much. I don't want to be rude, but I just don't think that you should be doing stuff like that. I think it's disrespectful. And am I, if I'm correct or wrong, was she with a new guy while her ex was still paying for her bills?
From my understanding,
was that the case in the?
No, from my understanding, she was not with anybody else. She was basically saying like, you are basically going to pay for me and keep my bills paid until I find that new one.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't agree with that completely. I'm sorry, but how can you not think that you're not a user at that point? You don't want to work, you don't want to do yourself. To me, I feel like women who do that are just using men. I don't feel like that's right. And you shouldn't expect a man to want to take care of you just because somebody else did. I think that's what women fail to realize. Just because one man will do something for you, not every other guy is going to do that. And also, I think you have to be a certain type of woman to get catered to like that. I don't know. I don't like that kind of mentality. Just don't agree with it.
I mean, for me, I would feel that that's embarrassing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
Period.
didn't want to be too rude, but.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you say what you need to say. You don't need it. You know what I mean? No, you and safe. You're around safe people here. No,
Yeah.
it's embarrassing. Long story short, it's in my personal opinion, it's embarrassing. If you can't handle the bills and whatnot, then what? You just now a glorified side piece, or you were a side piece, or something like that. But now you get severance pay for services rendered. I just don't feel like it makes any sense. But we do have that in the world, and I think that also stops men from actually approaching women at the bar, because we do live in that world too of like, oh man, I can see that she is. And it sucks because we are looking at just face value, but we are automatically going, oh man, she high maintenance as hell. And I'm telling you, high maintenance. Ooh.
Can a guy tell from the jump that a girl's high maintenance just by seeing her?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. There's mannerisms.
Said,
yeah, there's mannerisms. It's the way that they present themselves. It's the way that they hold themselves. The way they interact with other guys. Because a lot of times, and maybe I'm just the only one that does this or used to do this, but I will watch how they react with other men. Because, obviously if she is beautiful and she fly and all that, I wouldn't be the only dude trying to approach her and trying to shoot my shot, right? There's going to be a lot of other dudes that are going to try to say what up. And a lot of times you want to see how they present themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you're just kind of looking and you're just seeing how they react to those guys. Some girls are vicious. Some girls are just vicious as hell. And I've always said this too. And I said in my video too, it's hard to, you are guaranteed for failure if you approach a girl that's with her girls. 9 times out of 10. Unless you are pulling up in the whip, everyone's just dressed in the nines, you know what I'm saying? You look amazing. They know who you are or they know of you, and you are approaching them with all that swag. Okay, they will open up and it's fine. They'll be like, okay, oh, hi, kind of thing. But if you're just if you're just a regular guy, because not all of us have, not all of us are flashy. Not all of us are entertainers or athletes or, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then when you go and approach, it's annihilation. You are, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that it does, you can't get through the women, right? But it is very tough. Like there was that video that went viral just about a few weeks ago where a dude got very upset because he was trying to hit on a table full of women. So he went to his car and shot up the place. You know what I'm saying? That's insane. I
have a question.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this video and me and my friends were talking about it. And I know it's going to sound bad, but we kept thinking, we didn't see is there a full video? Because I wanted to know how that interaction went, because I've been around women that have roasted dudes and I don't feel like there's no need for somebody to go shooting people after that. But if I was to go up to a guy and he was to make fun of me with all his homeboys and they were all to laugh at a table, I'd be humiliated. I'd be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be really pissed. So I do understand that's a lot for some men, but a lot of women, if it's not a guy that they like, they're very disrespectful, or he's weird, or he's this. He could be nervous as hell coming up to you. Why can't you just be polite about it? Not saying that there's not guys who pop off for any reason, but oh man, I wish I could have seen the whole video. That's wrong though. I felt like that was way too that was out of pocket. He should have just walked away.
Yeah, I definitely agree. He should have just walked away for show.
Yeah.
Because that's not helping his. That was not helping his fight. It was not
Yeah,
helping.
it
I mean, and he's screaming at the girls and he's saying he's a straight killer and all this stuff, and it's like,
yeah, no.
and they were just roasting him, and I'm like, bruh, like, we are.
He made it worse.
Yeah, yeah, he really did. And the thing is that we, just to throw it at men as well, we have become extremely sensitive when it comes to men. I wish that men could walk up to a woman, like, because that was a perfect example of like the oversensitivity of the men that are out here now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sitting here saying what happened to the real men. No, there's some real men out there too, but some people just nowadays can't handle a no. Can't handle a small little roast. It's all good. You go back into your cave, you lick your wounds, you get out of your cave, and you're ready to fight another day. That's one thing. But you got somebody like this, and these are the reasons why. I mean, aside from the gun part, these are the reasons why men have a hard time going up to a woman and saying, to a group of women and saying, what's up? Because within women, y'all are a unified front when you guys come together. You know what I'm saying? It's Voltron, Power Rangers up in this piece. You guys are impenetrable. Even the nicest, dopest guy with the silver tongue that walks up and says, what's up, will get annihilated by a group of women. You know what I'm saying? And it's true. It's true, though.
Yeah, it is.
And it's very frustrating. I could see why it's very frustrating for men out here trying to find the right one, So let me ask you this, though. Where do you think is the right place to pick up a woman? Where do you think is the right place to pick up a woman or even find a good woman? Because it can't be the club.
Oh,
you
no.
know what I'm saying?
Any type of bar, club? No, I don't think anything like that. I don't know. Maybe the grocery store, you see your neighbor, something like that. I just don't feel like you should. No gym. Don't pick up no girl at no gym. Leave her alone.
Really?
She's working out.
No,
yeah.
okay.
I've heard some girls like that, but if it was me and I was working out, okay, I'll let you know this. I'm not one of those girls who's gonna yell at you and like, get out of I don't do all that. I'll give you a no, I got a boyfriend, turn you down type of thing. But if I'm at the gym, I'm in my own little zone. I got my headphones on. You making me take my whole headphone set off just to talk to you. Mm-mm. I know some girls do like to be approached in certain areas, but I don't know. Catch her at a good time, especially if you know the girl and you've been seeing her around. Catch her when she's going to her car or something, but don't get too close to her car. I feel like for a lot of women, we have been through a lot of things. So try to be her friend first. My biggest thing is I personally don't like when guys try to get at me directly. Mm-hmm. I like when guys act as if they're my friend. Like when I met my dude, he was not trying to get at me. He was more trying to be my friend. It made me think that he didn't like me, but I don't know. Just try to be their friend. Don't try to get at them too soon because a lot of girls don't like that. We feel like everybody's trying to get in our pants. Be our friend first.
See, but that's the thing though. Wait a second. Hold up. Pause that for a second. Pause that for a second, because here it is. The last thing a dude wants to be is a friend. Okay, or a guy who has romantic aspirations within you, or wants to pursue something romantic with you. In no way, shape, or form does that dude want to be a friend.
Okay, so let me elaborate on this. So like with me and my dude, when we met each other, we both said we're gonna be friends. We're gonna be friends first, but we knew we liked each other. You have to make that clear. Let her know, hey, you know what? I feel, a romantic thing for you. I actually like you. I'm investing in you, but I want to be your friend, get to know you first. So we're on a friendly level, not being sexual first. And then we can work towards being in a relationship. Do that. Don't just let her friend zone you. I ain't saying, oh, just be your friend. Let her know I like you. I'm trying to work towards something. And if she says no, and she says, I just want to be your friend, then cut it off. But yeah, I try to elaborate on that. That way you guys don't get misconstrued, but no, you got to be very open and honest.
No, you good. I find it interesting because that is an anomaly. That is a rarity. Not every day do you have somebody that will come up and be like, all right, like we good. Let's be friends for now. But there, with relation, romantic aspirations later. That's rare. Let me just say that's rare.
Is it? Dang it.
Usually, yeah, because here's the thing. At least from what how I grew up and what it was like. Once you get into the friend zone, you are locked in. It's just like
Oh,
and
God.
there's no way unless it's that one weird random drunken night where she just broke up with the 17th F boy. And I said, yeah, like I said, I said what I said, and then next thing you know, she had too many drinks. Next thing you know, y'all are waking up together going, oh, that just happened. But that doesn't really happen. That happens in romantic comedies. You know what I'm saying? That happens in the movies. Once you get thrown into the friend zone, it's over.
Do you think, I personally feel like a lot of people, especially when I talk to a lot of friends, I feel like a lot of people aren't very upfront as they think they are. My biggest thing, especially I've learned this so much from therapy, is it's really bad now. I feel like be honest. Even if it's going to hurt you in the end, be super, super honest. If you like somebody, tell them. If you want them, tell them. Don't make yourself. I feel like people will sit there and stay in that friend zone and not express that. It can never be me. I'm sorry. Because I will let you know I like you. And if you're going to be my friend after that, that's kind of messed up. You're just stringing me along at that point. But I'll let you know I like you. I'm very like, I don't know. I'm going to wait till I got one life to live now. I'm letting you know I want you. That's all I got to say.
That's interesting. Yep. But okay. So then there is that other side of things. Okay. So A-Lady747 said, not true. My best relationships were with people I was friends with, sir. And to each their own. Hey, hold on. To each their own. Everybody has their own thing. I'm not sitting here saying that once you get locked in the friend zone, it's over. Yes, she said, sir. But no, I'm not saying anything like that at all. But the thing that you just said, where you're just like, hey, I just want to be on you. I want to be on you. Like I want to be honest. I want to be on you. I think you're good looking. Blah blah blah. I find you attractive and whatnot. There's a lot of I'm gonna say it. Shoot. Women, ladies, sometimes y'all like to just have that guy stringing along so you have some entertainment, some attention. So when a guy is honest and upfront, because, I agree, being honest and upfront, of being like, hey, I find you attractive, you are good looking, blah, blah, blah. I think we have a nice vibe. And she goes, no, we're just... Not right now. I'm just going through some things, and it's cool. That's fine. The guy's like, I bet, I'll be over here. He'll stand on the sidelines while she's still playing games, and she's playing games with him too. There's a lot of girls out there that will sit there and do this just to have the attention. So they always still have that person on the side, so they feel like, they still have that. They still got it. Just saying.
And that's when that ties back into a lot of the things that I keep talking about. What is this thing coming from where women don't see how men have feelings too? Me personally, I've had a lot of experience like this. I'll be cool with my homeboys. The moment they say, you're cute, I like you, I'm sorry, buddy, but we ain't friends no more. Because you're not going to be my friend. And you girls have to understand this. When you have a guy who likes you, even if you're talking to them about your new dude, they're always going to give you perspectives of them liking you. Does that make sense? Advice on them liking you. Their advice is never going to be true. It's going to come from a sense of jealousy. So ladies, if you're out there and you have a guy that likes you and it's your friend, cut him off. Because you shouldn't be doing that to somebody. You're hurting him in the process. I'm sorry. I'd rather be honest and him be sad that I let him go than me stringing him along and me look like a bitch in the end. Can't be me.
Facts. I mean, but like I said, there's a lot of girls out here that are willing to
I know.
do that just for their own entertainment, or they string that dude along for their one, not only just for their own amusement, but also so that they have something to gossip about with their girlfriends. And that is a real thing. I'm not sitting here saying that this is all women, but there are some women out here that do that. You see what I'm saying?
I could agree.
And it's really, really terrible, But then again, we have the other side too. We got to speak on the other side too. Men, will string a gang of women along. Some guys, if they are heavily pursued, let's just say, or they're aesthetically pleasing to the eye. All right, forget the money part. Just say that they look good, right? They're good looking, and they might be really good between the sheets. Knocking them boots. They're good over here. So then they'll have at least, a couple girls in rotation, right? But they'll string those girls along as well. Let's be real. There's that too. We can't leave just saying this out loud. You can't leave the ladies. You can't leave the ladies out there in the sun. Yeah. We got to throw everything out there, including the dudes. And there's dudes out there that'll do this thing. So then you got women that will sit there, feel like they've been screwed over by these F-boys because, they're giving them the vitamin D, but they're not the only ones that are getting that attention and that loving in the sheets. So then they feel they feel bamboozled, led astray, run amok. And then they go and they use that same treatment that they received from the dude too and use it on other guys. So then next thing you know, you got these girls out here in these streets stacking up their body count because they've been screwed over too many times too. So I'm just saying that to keep it fair on both sides of the fence, because we can't just throw women under the bus. We got to throw the men under the bus too, because we dirty as hell out here, y'all. Fellas, we dirty as hell. We straight up dirty. Real talk, But yeah, so I mean, that's the thing. I feel like if we, like you said before, if we were able to talk more, if we were able to have conversations like this, and the thing is not everybody approaches relationships the same way, right?
That's true.
Everyone has their own breakdown of what it's like, right? To be, and everyone's been burned, but burned in very different ways. And that could be burned STD wise, and then burned just emotionally. I'm sorry, I'm just being real.
Yeah.
Let it burn. Okay, so when it comes to this whole situation, I do agree with you. If we were able to have more conversations, really talk, if we were able to damn these things that are glorified all over the social medias and on mainstream TV and media and all that, I feel like people would actually have a fighting chance. And then you would stop seeing old ass men dating very, very young women that have already been there, done that, been divorced 17,000 times. But they happen to have this, the cute little 21-year-old that they I guess they smashing, you know what I mean? Depending on how many blue pills that they're popping that night. But real talk. And then those guys, the guys out here that are looking at these guys going, man, what's up with this? Would actually have a fighting chance. But here's the thing. How do we conduct that conversation? Because it's not like you could just go up to any I'm already imagining in my head a dude walking up to a girl at a loud ass bar going, can we talk for a second? I mean, we don't know each other, but I just want you to know that I'm a good guy, and here's my credit score, and here's all my, and I got, and I'm a good dude. And then she's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, when can we have, what platform, what landscape can we actually start having this conversation?
Exactly. Being honest with you, I wish at times that we can have a sit down and everybody can talk to understand things. But sometimes I feel like we wouldn't get to an understanding only because everybody has different perspectives and we're also strong-headed on things. But my start, I don't know if I could say this or not, but I feel like the OnlyFans thing getting canceled might be a start to maybe changing things around, like the whole generation or the women's perspective on things. I feel like if women were more, this is my opinion, I feel like if women were a little bit more conservative with stuff like that and didn't want to run with the whole I need to be like a man kind of concept that's independent, took too far to me. If we could just be ladies all over again and not have to do half the things they were doing, I feel like we'd be better. Let the men be men and let us be women. Like, I don't know.
I'm with you 100% on it. I feel like I feel like we're in a, Red Sings the Blues just said something. Problem is the older generation not leaving their the debauchery in the past and not preparing the next generation. Not leaving their okay. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Sorry, I was just reading his comment.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
And trying to process it really quick. No, and I do think that I think that there's a lot of old heads out here that are old school, a little bit traditional. Obviously, times are changing very, very quickly. But I do believe that, like I said, sure. Sorry, let me just go on what you just said here. Yes, I do believe that once the OnlyFans thing doesn't exist anymore. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say this. When it comes to the OnlyFans, I find it to be a blessing. You want to know why? No. Rock with me for a second on this. OnlyFans, right? OnlyFans, I think, is a blessing. Because as soon as you hear Some girl go, yeah, I got an OnlyFans. Run. Just run. Run away. Run away. Because that's a dead giveaway. Period. As soon as you have some girl go, yeah, or you check out their Instagram and you see what's going on. You know what I mean? You're just trying to see what's up. You know, you're doing a little Instagram stalking. You know what I mean? And you finally go check her out and you see that there is OF and the link is below. Or they put in their CashApp or they put in their, you know, and it's all in there.
Yeah.
Run. That's a dead ass giveaway. Because now you know who you're dealing with. It's a full on thing. You after the monies. And there ain't nothing wrong with your paper game. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is a dead giveaway. It is something that is exposing you instantly, right? But then when it comes to when it does disappear, sure. But there will always be another thing out there that's going to see what I'm saying. So
I believe that.
If it's OnlyFans, and OnlyFans is dead, there's going to be an OnlyFans too. Somebody out here is going to come up with it, and we're going to be out here, and we're going to be saying the same story, going, "What happened to men being men and women being women?" Damn, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
So let me ask you this, and you know, this going back into a little bit more on the personal side of things. You were in some other relationships before you met the man that you're with now. What were those relationships like? Because, you know, obviously it's, from my understanding, they weren't as quote unquote traditional as, let's say, this one is, right?
Okay. Well, I'll just say this. Never really talked about this stuff, but a lot of my other relationships before were very toxic. I'm not gonna lie to you. They were toxic. A lot of cheating, but not on my end. I was with a man who cheated a lot. I've been with a woman who cheated a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
So I get with somebody who now doesn't cheat at all. So trust me, imagine going from a relationship where you've been cheated on constantly to getting in a relationship with someone who's so chill and doesn't even do that. Wouldn't even think of doing that to you. Yeah. It's a big difference. Yeah. Interesting.
So like you were, so what made you, what got you to shut those things down? Like those insecurities, those, you know, because honestly, when you've been screwed over, right? When you've been screwed over once, it stays with you forever, right?
Oh, it does. It changes you.
So what did you do to like unlearn it, you know, to shake it off?
Okay. So for me, I felt like maybe back then I didn't have the self-worth I have now. Self-worth is a big thing. And you just have to know you're a good person, work on being a good person. Because for me, I don't know, I just don't think like that anymore. I know in my heart that I'm a good person. I'm not a cheater. I have loyalty. So if that person's going to go and do that, by all means, go do that. You're missing out on a good one. You're going to be with the girl who don't even feed you. So for me, trust me, I get those insecurities sometimes, but I try not to because I know deep down inside, I'm somebody he's never met or came across. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So he'd be a damn fool to leave this if he wants to. So trust me, I get that, but I pray a lot. It sounds crazy, but I pray a lot.
Yeah.
I pray a lot and I spend a lot of time alone. It helps me.
No, it's all good. I mean, I get that energy. You know what I mean? It's all about that vibe and leveling yourself and aligning yourself properly, right? You know, Red Sings the Blues just asked a very good question. He said, were you a feminist before this?
I've been waiting for somebody to ask me this. Not a feminist, but like back then, I could have said I didn't really get along with men sometimes. Like I would argue with certain dudes. Yeah, trust me. I still had guys' backs. I've always been friendly with dudes because I have brothers and stuff. But like, I feel like the way I go hard for them now is a little bit different. Does that make sense? But I've always had that like love for them. Does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. So how long? So do you consider yourself bisexual? Where are you on the spectrum? If you mind me asking.
I don't know. I'm chilling. I'm with the dude that I'm with, so I'm straight. I'm perfectly fine with that. Yeah, I haven't dated a woman since, a really long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Like 2013, like a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's not something like where you would be like, is that, let's just say this. No. I mean, like,
am I still interested? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Are you still?
Well, women are always beautiful to me. That never get that wrong. But the place that I am in right now, I don't think I would ever date a woman again, only because I don't know if I'm gonna step on too many toes. I don't like a lot of women's mindsets. I just don't. We don't get along. And like, I have a handful of women on my team right now that I'm cool with, my little business partners, but like women outside of that, I could never. Women to me nowadays are very jealous. They're very intimidated by me. Like, I'm a very strong, like, I don't know how to explain it, type of woman. So coming around me, I don't play none of that stuff. And I've been around a lot of women to know. Sorry to say this. I said in another video, women lie better than men. I said it. I said what I said. Nope, I said what I said. And no, for real, they do. And they try to play the player. They try to play me like I don't know. You ain't going to play me with that. But I can't. I don't think I'd ever date a woman again.
Oh my
Just can't do it.
Oh my God. Okay. So
I'm gonna get crucified once I get off this show.
No. You good. No. You good. I mean, obviously, I'm a dude, and I'm a, I guess I'm a cis male. So I've dealt with a lot of, relationships, and yeah, there are a lot of I'm trying to be a nice guy too, damn it. But yes, women are great liars. Women are really great liars. Let me tell you. Oh my God. You see this, by the way, a little left turn, but have you seen the crying challenge on TikTok?
Oh my God. That's another thing that tripped me out. Me and my man would talk about this, and the thing that bothers me the most is I'm a sensitive person. And I don't like how girls do this. I made a video about female manipulation, and it bothers me because girls who can sit there and cry in a dude's face, and I watch a lot of videos where girls will cheat and they're crying. What are you crying for? You're the cheater. I'm sorry, but it made me look at women differently by what a lot of the things women do. I don't think they understand. Maybe they shouldn't participate in certain trends because it doesn't give a good look. You can cry on command like that. That's not something I want to be around. You can fake me on command. No, I don't trust it. I can't cry on command. I'm sorry. If I cry, you'll see it on my face. I look like Rudolph. And I won't stop crying.
Snot bubbles and everything. You know what I mean? It's a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of women that know how to,
that's scary to me.
But scary. They will result to that. That's why I'm saying, like, when it comes to men, and men will sit there and go, I'm tired of being the villain. I'm tired of being the bad guy. Because there are girls out here that will straight up lie, just straight lie, and they'll believe. And I'm not okay, because this is a very, very thin. This is very, very thin ice that we're walking across. Now, I'm not talking about women that are, of course, any type of victims of any type of sexual assault or anything of that sort.
Yeah, none of that.
I'm not talking about that at all. I'm just talking in regards to, like, you're just having a little argument or a fight about something, and sometimes girls will turn on the tears, pull out the crocodile tears so that they can get what they want. And then as soon as they get what they want, the crying stops. So I just want to make that abundantly clear, because I don't want, because I know that we have people in the house that are, survivors and all that. And I'm not saying anything in regards to that at all. Agreed. I'm just talking on the scope of relationships and those disagreements, or she messes up. See, that's the thing. Even when it comes to arguments, I noticed that, girls will do something terribly bad, like wrong, but for some odd reason, it'll somehow circle around, and the guy's the villain. And
I don't like that.
And he's laying on and he's on the couch going, what did I do? Wait a second. Hold up. Weren't you the one who messed up? Why am I on the couch? What? Wait a second. How am I saying I'm sorry? What? You know what I mean? And I do feel like that does happen a lot too. And it's unfair. It's unfair to the fellas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, there are a lot of guys that end up finding out that their significant other, the girl, is off smashing some other dude behind their back, but they've been doing it for a long ass time. They friends know about it too. You see what I'm saying? And they're, and their friends are giving them the thumbs up and all that stuff. And you're like, wait a second, bruh, wait a second. Why didn't you tell me this in the first place? I didn't even know she was doing this, that, and the third. She was doing everything so perfectly. Checked all the boxes. Then all of a sudden, that one day you get home early, that's when you see him, raw dogging just right there in front of you. You know what I mean?
Jesus Christ.
But that's real. We hear these stories all the time, and then guys lose their minds and start doing crazy stuff like that. And then, but still, at the end of the day, the guy is the villain, and that's what's so sad about it. And that's why I feel a lot of guys, aside from just being screwed over, you know, I do feel like there are a lot of situations that do present themselves, and they see them as road signs. These guys, they see these warning signs, and they go, well, if all girls are being this way, I'm not interested in trying to approach now. Like, now I just want to stand on the side. I got my Tinder. We good. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
And I think that's a scary thing, you know, for the dating scope, for the dating realm. Because, you know, when you go out, right, you go out to an event with your girls, and there's a bunch of you know, willing, eligible men there, and they're not even walking up to you, to y'all. Something ain't right. And that is something that needs to be nipped in the bud. Real talk. But like I said, regardless if OnlyFans exists or not, there needs to be a platform, or there needs to be a new movement, let's just say.
Yes,
where,
I agree.
Where women and men are showing a different side of them, a different side of than what we're used to seeing right now, which is the whole, you know, money's calling, popping bottles in front of cars, you know, the fast life. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. I agree.
I'm just curious how that's going to be taken care of.
Exactly. I don't know either.
You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't got Oprah no more. Like, Oprah gone, man. Like, you know, she ain't on TV. We got Tamron Hall, but what else do we got? You know what I'm saying? We got nothing. We got no platform in which we can actually have these conversations and keep it straight funky. And that's why, you know, this situation kind of is crappy, you know? But that's why we have somebody like Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? We have other people that are starting to jump into that realm, you know what I mean? Into that world. But there are a lot of women that'll listen. Like, even so, we're talking about this right now, and I had a comment on here literally saying, Pascal, who the hell hurt you? I ain't got hurt. But this is the instant reaction that I get from women whenever you talk about something like this. As soon as you talk about something, you know, and you just speak in facts, instantly somebody goes, oh, somebody hurt you. No one hurt me. I'm happy. I'm Gucci. But these are the conversations that are being said in this world. And so, and I want everyone to be in love and be happy and find that real one. Just like for real. Just like Taylor found her real one and she woke up. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing that I think is important. You know, instead of it, like, Kevin Samuels is constantly getting thrown under the bus because he's just speaking facts, because he's speaking the truth. But he always has somebody going against him, basically saying, oh, he's bashing women. And it's like, no, he's not bashing women. He's just talking and he's speaking the truth on how things are being conducted right now and the way things are approached. Yeah, I mean, sure, it looks cool. It looks cool on Instagram and it looks cool on out there like that in that world. But how are you going to find someone to truly love? How are you going to find? And that's on both sides of the fence. Dudes can't be running around looking like fuckboys all day long and acting like fuckboys all day long. Real talk. You're not going to find a real one, even though in the back of your mind, those dudes, yes, they want to find the real one, but they're also going, well, let me get this body count up real quick. And it's like, that's not what needs to be. That's not what a gentleman is. You know what I mean? And what a woman is not the body count and running around and being a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I can agree.
We do need to open our eyes and speak and talk to each other and have these conversations. It's uncomfortable. And I find it so weird that this is a uncomfortable conversation, but it doesn't need to be.
Exactly. We should be all open-minded and try to understand each other.
Yeah.
And let me add to that.
Please.
I really like Kevin Samuels. Okay, I love Kevin Samuels a lot. And let me explain why, ladies, for y'all attacking me. The reason why I like, okay, the one thing that ladies need to understand is we have a lot of emotions. Ladies, when you take that emotion out and try to hear somebody out, you can understand them better. So when I watch so many of his videos, not his full lives, but just clips that I see on TikTok, and I'll see the comments of women saying like, oh, he's mean, he's this, he's that. One, you already know he's straightforward. Two, you already know what kind of man he is, yet you're getting on his show. So if you watch his videos, I like them because he teaches boys how to clean their, take care of their hygiene, take care of themselves, how to talk to women. But I think a lot of people misconstrue him because he's very straightforward and everybody wants things sugar-coated. He's not, you have a little bit time to talk to him. He's going to be real with you. He's not your parent. He's going to be very strict with you. I don't know. I feel like if people took the time to really listen to him, they would learn a lot from him. Because how are you going to get advice onto how to love a man and take care of a man by listening to your friends, your mom, and your homegirls? Right. You have to listen to a man. It doesn't make, you can't go to a man and get advice on me. You have to ask me or ask a woman. So I feel like people don't understand that. So ladies, watch his videos. I know you don't like him. You might think he's harsh, but yeah, there was a video that went around. He made fun of this girl because she had like a bonnet on. And I got his point. He literally said, there's nothing wrong with bonnets, lady. God bless those if you wear them. I wear them too. But think about this. He said this. You're coming on my show where you know millions of people are going to be on there. And you couldn't at least present yourself for 10 minutes. She took that and ran with it and took it as an attack, which he really meant just look presentable for the little show. That's it. I know he'll make fun of me if I get on there looking crazy, so I'm going to look presentable.
But that says something about the person if they're not even going to if they're not going to come to terms with their own in their own mind going, okay, there's going to be millions of people that are going to be watching me live. Yeah. Like if it was let's bring Oprah back into this. If the girl that was wearing the bonnet was asked to be on Oprah, do you think she would show up to Oprah's show in a bonnet?
Hell no.
I'm going to say hell to the no on that too. It's called respect. So. And like I said, I have no problem with the bonnet thing in general. I don't either. I don't care. I think, I see them in Walmart and Target and all that stuff all day long. I don't give a damn. But when you're gonna go out, when you're gonna be doing your thing, right? Presenting the best you can possibly be, and you're wearing a bonnet, it's like, wait a second. You're not even on the program. Like you didn't even get the memo, and that's bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can agree.
But then Kevin Samuels, because I saw Chuck Diesel say he's gay, and the thing is,
dang.
No, but
that's
here's
all
the thing.
I keep saying.
No, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Here it is. If he is, he's still putting out facts. He is still putting out good points. I'll say this though too. I don't agree with everything he says. I'll say that too.
Yeah,
I don't agree with
everything.
But there are certain things that I'm like, okay, bet. I'm with you. Like I hear that. I hear that too. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like before we first started talking, there's that red pill and blue pill type thing. And me personally, I'm kind of like a purple. Like I'm right in the middle. There are traditional values that I appreciate, and then there's the not so conservative values that within relationships that I appreciate, and I kind of smash them into one. You know what I mean? He's definitely more on the red pill. He's definitely red pill, like a mug.
Yeah, he is.
And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's why I don't agree with everything he says. And I do think sometimes he can be a little harsh, but I do also believe that he does that for the views.
That too.
But whether he is smashing men, low key, I don't know. All I know is he's telling some truths that I feel like a lot of women that are not being approached at the bar need to hear. You know what I'm saying? I think that he needs to hear certain things that a lot of people don't need. Like that a lot of people need to hear and need to implement into their daily lives, especially if you're trying to find a real one. Like I said, if you're trying to find a real one, you know what I'm saying? You need to try to find a real one. Yeah. And you're not going to be able to pick that up if you're going to stay stubborn in your own stuck in your own world. And if that isn't working for you to find that right person, you need to, you know what I'm saying? You need to readjust. Yeah. And sometimes you need that wake up call. And he's that guy who will
knocks it on the head.
shoot, and you're going, whoa, where did that come from? But I see his point. You know, I see, or I don't agree with all of it, but he's got a good point here. But maybe I have been giving guys a hard time. Let me open up and just give it a shot. You know, and sometimes something beautiful happens. So I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. So I mean, we do need like this conversation right here, real talk. You know, the conversations like this need to happen more often. Yes, there is, you know, the Kevin Samuels out here, the Kevin Samuels, because there's other guys out here that are doing things. There's another show called Fresh and Fit that's killing it in the game as far as conversations about stuff like this too. You know, their approach is definitely new and different and vibrant, especially when it comes to this, to the manosphere, if you will. You know, and there's a lot of guys out here, There's a lot of guys out here. So one thing that I find really interesting is that you are in that realm, you know, and you're starting to create your own, you know, world, you know what I mean? And your own channel and all that. And you're starting to speak on that side of things. And I think that is something that I think is really dope because there's not a lot of women with that voice out here in this realm. And I think you will have something really amazing if you continue to do it. And I do recommend you using your YouTube channel because I know it's still very, very brand new, which of course I'm going to, which my fam has already been putting out stuff on here, which is really appreciated. Just sending your link out here, sharing it and all that, telling people to go and subscribe. But I think, you know, you do have a voice that is different. You know, one, you're a woman. Two, you're speaking on behalf of the fellas out here, and we need that voice. Like, we got it on the dude side. There's plenty of dudes that are trying to be Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying?
Not women.
Plenty. But there's not any woman out there going, hey, you know, these fellas ain't wrong, you know, give them a chance. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, yeah. So Taylor, I do appreciate you coming on and just, you know,
thank you,
having a discussion with me. You know, there's so much to talk about, much to talk about. And, you know, and like I said before, the video or me reacting to your video and just breaking it down and just having conversations about it, you know, you know, I was just kind of like, I was nervous about it because for me, it's a new thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's you know, talking about relationships and where I stand on that, because where I stand politically, you know, is a little different from where I stand relationship wise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
I agree.
You see what I'm saying? It's a little different. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? So when it comes to that, you know, it was something new, but I do appreciate that you were able to see, because I know that there was a gang of other guys that have done a reaction to that video, that viral Worldstar video.
Yes, there was.
But I do appreciate you like checking out the video and saying, hey man, like, you know, what he's saying is, this is exactly what I was trying to say.
Yes, you didn't change the narrative. That's what I like the most about that. I have to just say this, I laughed so hard because I watched one guy's video. He was talking about that I had kids and all this stuff. I was a single lady. All the things that people were saying in that video had nothing to do with it. I admire the way you carried yourself throughout the whole video. I really loved it. You stayed on topic with everything. I love people who can watch my video, understand me, and not switch things up. And at least you could have asked before assuming, but you did that just perfectly.
No,
so thank you. I appreciate it. I like your content a lot. So.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, you know, and at the same time, it was nice. It was a breath of fresh air because I saw it like days before. Right, because you know, there's always, you know how it is. You see content, it's in your face all the time. You're going through it, and you're going, and you know, I do a daily show, and a lot of times, you know, I'm sitting there going through that stuff, and I'm going, okay, I'm gonna get to that, and I'm going through other things because other things are popping off, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, I forgot, I need to go back because I emailed it to myself, right?
Oh,
and so I'm going through the emails, and I'm like, oh my god, it's right there. You know what? Pfft, F it. I'm doing it right now. And so I rewatched it, you know, before I did the video, and I'm sitting there going like, man, this is so good. Like this is so good. there isn't anything like this from what I've seen. I saw Lady Justice say that there are women out here that speak on behalf of the, on behalf of this realm, right?
Okay, nice.
There are, but none that I know of, to be really honest. Maybe it's because I haven't really, typed in the YouTubes. I didn't Google and look for it. But there are. It is out there. Of course, you're not the only one. But
yes.
But at the same time, I saw this and I was like, man, there's not a lot of voices from the women saying this. And of course, at the same time, I can only imagine the backlash you probably received from women that are sitting there going, no, you wrong, because I got my own, I'm independent. So real quick, I just wanted to ask you, what kind of backlash did you get from this from that video itself?
A lot of it. And women misinterpreted this. They were all saying that, oh my gosh, we're not talking about men coming up to us. We just don't want them to be disrespectful with it. But they missed my point of the video. I understand there's men who come up to you who you don't like, or they're disrespectful about things, but I try to make my videos strictly on one thing. I have tunnel vision when it comes to things. I don't like to talk about too much. You know what I mean? So I got backlash on how I came off, the way I looked. Oh my God. Because people attack me in all types of ways for no reason. I had some girl call me a 6'2", big old chested man in a video. I laughed so hard. And she said, girl, you better stop with that big old chest. All this stuff called me a fat ass. I was like, yeah, I've never been called a fat ass in my life. I'm the skinniest one in my family. So thank you.
Wow. But that's the funny thing. As soon as you do something, you know how it is. I mean, you can't please everybody. And as soon as you do a video,
comments, the pick-me's.
Oh, for real? For real?
I got a lot of pick-me's on. You're not even all that. Who are you? Did they pick you yet? Men don't even want you. I said, I got it, man, babies. I don't know what you guys are. I don't do things for attention. I do it to be heard and so people can get my perspective. I don't know if people do that for attention, like social media, but nah, I'm doing it strictly to get my word out. I've been wanting to talk about this for years. Like, it's been in my head. And now it's all coming out.
It's like have a conversation. I want there to be a
change, at least on the. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. What were you gonna say? Finish, please.
Oh no, I just want there to be a big change. I just don't like the way people want things to be equal, right? I just wish that everything really was equal, because everybody says it's equal, but it's not. Everything's catered to women, so I want everything to go back to a way where it's just equal. So I'm sorry to say this, so that women can feel what equal is. And the only reason why I have this mindset is because I know this is bad. I've worked in a lot of men's jobs, warehouse jobs, loading trailers, things like that. And when I tell you I was like one of the only women who could do those jobs, it made me look at women like, why are you guys even here? Women don't know what equal is sometimes. Not all women. I'm just going to say that because some women are hardworking. Some of y'all do your thing. But a lot of the women I've been around, This is why you guys do not understand what equal is. Like, we go to clubs for free. We can get drinks for free. We can go outside and just drop something, a guy will come pick it up. We get things for free. Guys don't get the same type of advantages. They actually have to work hard and bust their ass to get what they want and to be called a man. That's really sad to me. So I just really want there to be a big change. That's what's gonna be heard out here.
Because that's what stereotypically what a man is supposed to be, right?
Yes.
So then let me ask you this then. What constitutes a woman? Because we already know man, breadwinner, takes care of the blah 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 blah, right? What constitutes a woman then, aside from birthing children? Let's just say that.
The things that I like about women, I feel like, to me, to make a good woman, I feel like you have to be compassionate, understanding of others. You have to be a natural leader. You have to be a go-getter. You can make your own money. You have to be catering. I feel like there's a lot of things that can separate you from other women, but it's not just the whole birthing thing. It isn't. Having a good head on your shoulders, having a good mindset. And the one thing that I notice a lot of girls, and I'll say girls for a reason, be your own person. Stop following your friends. Stop following what other people think. Do what you want to do. Be your own leader. Be your own mindset. I feel like a lot of women, especially what I see on TikTok, they lack that. Like, why do we have to be with the beauty standards? Follow everything that everybody else is doing. Be your own person. You're your own girl. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to do right now, because I'm my own person. I listen to myself. I don't know. I don't watch TV, none of this crap. So I don't know. I have my own mindset. This is all coming from the heart.
That's what's
up.
To
be a good woman, it comes from within.
That's what's up. Okay. I love that. I love that. As far as like, what a woman is and what constitutes a man, or what constitutes a woman. It is the same thing. I mean, same thing on the same side of men. But I'll say this though, because you said I want it to be equal what it was before. Was it equal before though? Because I say hell to the no.
Maybe not. You caught me there.
I got you. But I'm listening. It's just called I'm listening to you, girl.
All right, for sure.
It just means I'm listening to you, girl. Now I'm not trying to throw you off. I'm not trying to, mess you up or nothing. You know what I mean? Not at all. But but I do have to ask you, has it ever been equal? I mean, I feel like it's always, gone on one side or the other, right? There's never ever been a equal, even keel, even playing field for both sides. I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, I'm gonna have to agree with you. You know what? You got me. All right, for sure. I have to agree with you on that. I really don't think there has been, but I feel like now that times have changed and we have so many opportunities, so many ways we can make money, I feel like we should be equal now. There's no way that, I don't know. I wish they would take away, I don't know if this is bad, but they should make things equal. When we go to the club, we both gotta pay, not just men or women. I mean, just women. I mean, men. We both got to pay. We both got to be doing things. I feel like everything should be equal so we can all feel the same things. I feel like if women went through the same things men went through, they would kind of understand. Yes, women, we go through things. I know this. But to go out there, work hard and do all that stuff, some women don't have that. They've never had to do that. Does that make sense?
No,
a lot of women get that catering type of lifestyle. So not every woman, though, because I know I'm going to get ridiculed for this. I was going to say not all women because they do not hear that ever. They take what I say and run with it.
Oh, facts. But that's how it is,
yeah.
Right? As soon as you start talking into a camera or into a microphone, it's down.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's downhill from there. But no, but I do agree. Eventually, that we do. Yes, I do agree that we live in a time, a modern age, where modern men and modern women can work together. It's all about partnership. That's what I think. It's all about that. Like what I said before, that traditional old-fashioned love. Now, okay, let me retract that a little bit, because there is something where that old-fashioned love, right, was the whole thing of, honey, I'm home, and then you got the wife, with the shoe, with his slippers and his martini going, how was work, honey? I'm not talking about that at all. I ain't talking about that at all. I'm talking about that traditional old school love where you got each other's back no matter what. That if he's slacking on one thing, you pick up the slack where he's slacking off on, or that he can't hold up. And also vice versa. If she can't hold up on that one thing because she's juggling all these other things, like taking care of 3 kids and you know what I'm saying, and keeping that house on point and got a job at the same damn time, then you hold up the stuff that she cannot hold up. That's what we need to do. That's what equality is supposed to happen. You know what I mean? We need that unity. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But we don't have that right now because everyone's in this selfish time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's selfish. Everybody's about what can you do for me? And it's like, man, wait a second. Hold up.
Yes.
What can I do for you? What you need? Oh, is that what you need? Okay, I got you, girl. Or, honey, I got you. Boom. But that's what sucks. You know what I mean? Lady Justice said yes, Pascal. She missed an S. It's okay. She's one of the co-hosts on the show. We miss you, Breon. So yes, Pascal, 2 people know how to complement each other in the partnership, because it is. Yes, I agree. It is a partnership, right? It is a partnership.
You guys are a team. You're one.
Facts. Like, you think she's the only one going to be raising these kids? These snotty ass kids that you help bring into the world? Come on, man. It's a partnership. It is teamwork. But we live in this world where it's like, it's me. And yes, we do need to start coming together. And lack of, I didn't mean like that. We're already doing that. But what I mean is, like, we need to start sitting down and having conversations. And I do think that that's why relationships as well, like marriages and stuff, break up too, because there's always there's an expectation, and then marriage happens, and say that expectation doesn't go exactly how you expect it. And it's like, no, I feel that if y'all had a conversation after the marriage has kicked off, I think y'all would be in a completely different world, in a different a walking down the aisle of divorce would not happen if there was real communication going down. I feel
like you have to have uncomfortable conversations, especially with your partner, to get past through things and understand each other. But I'm glad that you elaborated on that traditional part, because when I say traditional, that's what I'm talking about. I'm glad you said that. See, we have the same mind.
Yeah.
Because when I say traditional, people don't understand that, and they take it and, I don't know, they run with it and think I'm talking about, like, you slave for your man. But you put it on the money. That's what I wanted to hear. That's perfect.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing.
That was perfect, man.
It's finding the balance. You know what I'm saying? You talk about centering yourself. You pray every day. You know what I mean? Trying to get that vibrations, trying to align yourself. It's all about balance. And if you feel like there isn't balance in the relationship, if we're just talking about relationship wise, then yeah, that relationship's going to fall apart. That relationship is going to go into a very toxic and dark world. You know, especially if you are with somebody that is laying around doing nothing, smoking weed all day, playing video games all day long, when he at first gave off the front like he had everything on point, only to find out that he's just some stoner, lazy ass stoner. That's a problem. You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. Yeah. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Not every woman, there's a lot of guys out here, girl will sit there, act like they got all this stuff on point. The superwoman, knocking things out. You're like, bruh, where did this woman come from? My God. And then you put the ring on her, and then it's like, wait a second, what happened to Bebe? What happened? This is a completely different person. What the hell is going on here?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that if we're straight up and honest, and we have those conversations, I think this world that we are walking down, these issues that we're walking down, I think will completely change, So.
Yep, I totally agree.
So anyway, Taylor, again, thank you so much for coming on with me and chopping it up with me. I really do appreciate it. It was hella dope having you on. I would love to have you back on again in the very near future. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, please go and check out her YouTube channel. Okay, and of course, if you have TikTok, go over to her TikTok as well. All right, it's Tay Baby. All right, the spelling is underneath.
B-A-Y-B-E-E.
Yes, B-A-Y-B-E-E. It is underneath the feed right here. Underneath this, so please go and check it out. I really do appreciate you coming on. I want to have, I would love to have more conversations like this with you because
I'm so down. Yes, thank you. I really loved your show a lot. I admire your content a lot. You have a good one, man.
Oh, well, thank you. I really do appreciate it. But so I wanted to say really quick and stick around. I want to talk to you for a second.
Okay, no problem.
Don't leave, man. But I want to say a big thank you to everybody who came on. I really do appreciate all y'all for coming on, checking out the show, having a conversation with me and Taylor Moore. Like I said, please go and check out her YouTube channel. Go check out her social media, all those things. Her TikTok, her Instagram. She's all over the place. She's posing a lot of really good questions. And like I said, she got some really good questions. I have a feeling I'm going to be reacting to a lot of her videos here in the very, very near future. So be sure to go and hit that subscribe button on her channel, please. Don't forget to hit that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Send those loves and that likes all the way up. Send that energy all the way up. We like having these conversations. We're going to be having conversations like this a lot more often. So I'm just going to give you a fair heads up, okay? Not only just with Taylor, but just with other conversations and things that are going on in the world, because we need to talk about these things. Relationships are going right down the toilet, and we need to bring this stuff back up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Polish it off so it doesn't smell like shit anymore. Anyway, I want to say big thank you to everybody who came in, all the comments, the super chats, etc. Lady Justice said, great show. Pascal and Taylor is amazing. Sorry. Thank you so much, Lady Justice. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, not everything has to be about police brutality on this show. So we switching the game up just a tiny bit. We still got to do those videos. Don't worry. We still going to do those. But we got to talk about the things that are going on in the love boat. We got to talk about that stuff. But anyway, I got to get going. Much love to all y'all. I love every last one of y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you can, please share this video. Okay. Don't forget to hit that like button, to crush that subscribe button. Go to my secondary channel, The Pascal Show Clips. Crush that subscribe button over there as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right? Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is The Pascal Show. Bye.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.